Alright, well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another 7 Days to Die series. It's been a hot minute since we've had one, but I figure with 3.0 out, I may as well hop in and test out some of these new settings, right? Chances are, with an update like this, of this scale, right, we're probably gonna have action skills being restored to the game sometime soon. That's what I'm really waiting on, but we can, I made a custom difficulty here. And I made a little text document. You guys can pause the game at this text document if you want to see everything I changed. Alternatively, there's also this list of changes right here. Basically, it's kind of like a modified insane difficulty with some QOL thrown in, right? apiary times reduced by 50%. The trader has a buy limit of 10 instead of 3. You know, there's no zombie digging, so if I want, I can ignore blood moons. Really, probably the best change. 30% chance of finding viable functional workstations in the wild. The trader's open at all times, only closed during the blood moon. I can do 10 quests per day, there's no limit, right? Yeah, basically zombies have nightmare speed in every context except during the day where they will simply walk. And I've also increased the enemy density to very high, so there's gonna be a shitload of zombies. Anyway, let's just call this 3.0 attempt 1, I guess. And then I am going to create a new random world. I suppose we could just make it, right? Do I want to shrink the pine forest, though? I might want to. 5%. North Newbow County. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna get chat ready real quick. That is a very tiny patch of forest biome, but that's kind of what we want, right? It's better for the progression. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Jesper. Right on, right on. And of all the games I could be playing on your day off, it gets to be 7 days today, huh? All right, we have 4 towns in the pine forest. That's actually pretty crazy. That's a lot of towns for such a small section of it. All right, let's save this world. Save the random world. North Newbow County. All right, let's hop in. Oh, first time oh, very long time. Hello, Jade. Hello, it's been a hot minute. How are you? Yeah, it's probably been at least half a year, at least. Maybe I shouldn't say that. No, I did have a Learn by Doing Returns series relatively recently. Let's find out when that was. So the last time I played was March 27th. April, May, okay, like 3 months ago. Yeah. I moved my camera because I have a lot of over here. It's very flimsy, like over there, right? When I have my camera over there, it's very flimsy. It like always moves. I constantly have to adjust it. So I figured I'd try the overhead again. Oh my god, this feels weird. I am not used to 7 Days to Die. Options. Video. Field of view. I feel like... feel like 70% is what I'm used to. Like, you know, it just feels weird. It feels alien to me. All right, let's assume that 70% is where all my muscle memory is. I wouldn't want to pull a zombie right away. I'm on day 3 without a cigarette, by the way. In fact, I'm on day 3 doing the ketogenic diet as well. When the weekend rolls around, me and Zuzi are going to be able to let our hair down and have a little bit of carby or sugary food. But then, you know, we're doing keto during her work week, and then we don't do keto when she's off, like when she has her weekend. That's kind of how we're doing it. And over the past 2 days, I've walked for like... I've walked for 6 hours in total. Maybe like 4.5 hours, 5 hours, but I've done a lot of fucking walking. I haven't really felt up to streaming, so... All right. I'm finding a lot of eggs, dude. Thank you, Claire. I'm doing okay, Jade. I'm doing all right. Yeah, doing, well, better than ever, really. I'm finally getting a grip on my lifestyle here. Honestly, keto is kind of easy for me. Quitting smoking is hard, but keto is easy. I find Zuzi, for her, it's like the opposite. She has no trouble. Like, she never smokes cigarettes, ever. Because she has a fake tooth, right? So she doesn't want to fuck with the tooth. So that happens automatically for her. But she, opposite to me, is a carbivore. Like, she's crazy addicted to carbohydrates, right? And for me, it's kind of like the opposite. Like, exactly opposite. Okay, this is the fucking wasteland. Wait a minute. Did I reduce the loot to 25%? I don't think I did. We need to restart real quick just so I can do that. Yeah. So let's delete this save. Where is it? Sandbox options, resources. Yeah, loot abundance. I gotta put that down to 25%. I noticed we were getting way too many feathers and eggs from the nest, so save that. All right, so the one hole in our difficulty is now dealt with. I'm just gonna Alt F4 out of the game real quick because I feel like I should do a data dump. It is an Unreal Engine game, and Unreal Engine, as like, you know, it's notorious for kind of like, you have to do a data dump or your game will crash. Almost 2 years, eh, Kaler? Well, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. It's, to be fair, it's been a long time since I've grinded 7 days to die. All right, yeah, we're good now. We have the 25% loot abundance, I think. Let's just make sure. Where would that be? Loot abundance 25%. Okay. I slept good last night. I slept really good last night. The thing, like, keto is a life hack. It just requires so much discipline to do. And I find, especially now with Susanna working, she seeks the comfort, right? It took a long time for me to break her in and get her on board with keto. I've been trying to make it happen for a while, but she has to deal with more stress on the daily than I do because she has to work like a normal job, right? So it's not the same for her and for me. It's a very different commitment. But she's finally on board, and she's doing a good job. What I'm looking forward to the most, really, is having no allergies anymore. If you do keto, even just a little bit, you're not gonna have allergies. It doesn't matter what you're allergic to, man. Like, you could be allergic to cats, dogs. Wait, chicken. Basically, if you do keto, your allergies are gonna go away. That's just how it works. It stabilizes your fucking metabolism. Your autoimmune issues go away. Literally a cheat code for life. It just, like I said, takes so much fucking discipline to actually commit to it. Typically more discipline than I'm capable of. All right, overall sound volume, I'm gonna bump that down to 20 because it still seems a little loud. All right. So in this playthrough, we are able to basically ignore the blood moons if we want. I can dig. Yeah, the zombies can't dig, so as long as I just have an underground base, we could theoretically completely avoid the blood moon. Anyway, now that I have a weapon, we can pop in here and take a quick peek. The Blue Sky Project. That's just a gay version of Twitter, isn't it? Twitter for trannies. Yo, this place is interesting. Nice, vitamins. Okay, we have a safeguard against fatigue now. What the fuck? Great. Fuck yeah. We got the confetti. Every time we get a headshot kill, there's gonna be like a confetti explosion. We do have a trader, so I'm gonna want to gather as much polymers as I can. Not too much. Not too much, Seven Sky. How's your finals going? I mean, I suppose we may as well just loot this, right? I got a charred meat. I'll eat that if I get hurt. What the fuck? Where the fuck are you? Okay, is that really necessary? Fuck yeah. Let's eat that charred meat. I mean, there's got to be something up there, right? Well then. This POI is, it's a mess, dude. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay. I turned off rage mode. I never did like rage mode. I noticed the confetti thing is making the zombies disappear. Hello, Anthony. Welcome, buddy. Zuzi is currently putting the fries in the bag at her McDonald's job right now, but I will tell her later that you said hello. Grab that. I didn't really see that ladder right there. That's probably where the loot stash is. Wow. Where's my knockdown, bro? Where the fuck was my knockdown for all that? Let's eat the dog food, I guess. I have to turn off the confetti thing. Oh shit, I can't. What, you can't change these like in the middle of the... Okay, fair enough. Who knows, maybe we'll die soon. I also feel like maybe the damage numbers aren't really all that necessary, right? They kind of distract you from the combat. And the confetti thing seems to be making the zombie corpses sort of disappear. Read that. I got a mechanical part, but we're not playing traderless, so that's not as important. Maybe I can change the sandbox settings from outside the game, but we'll check that later. Okay, so we can change it from outside the game, Jesper, you're saying. Okay. Yeah, we're getting, we get 2 skill points for every magazine that we read. I got the shit kicked out of me in there, but I don't know. We're getting out of here now. Alright, we're gonna get a substantial experience payout just for entering the wasteland. Okay. We got our first skill points here. This is going to be very different from the learn by doing returns mod that we're used to playing. I'm actually going to want to specialize into a weapon type here. But we're level 2 with 5 skill points to spend, and I think I might want to try doing something different, like maybe fist weapons. And like, apparently fist weapons are good, they just require a little bit of investment. Like, you need to find the books for them and stuff. Either way, I'm gonna save my points for now, because I don't really know what is and is not required in a vanilla 7 Days to Die game anymore. So, I mean, as long as we save our points and I fight fine with the knife, we're good. I was on the fence about doing a traderless run, but I figure since I'm so rusty, it would be wise to just have a normal playthrough for our first time back. What the fuck is that? That's the weirdest trash bag I've ever seen. Look at that, guys. There's 4 fucking zombies right here. This is why I turned off rage mode, right? I turned off rage mode and I put the biome spawns to very high. So we're gonna have like way more zombies just out in the world. It doesn't mean it's a good idea for me to actually fight them and deal with them necessarily, but like I would be well advised to probably just move on instead of picking every fight. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm just glad they don't have rage mode. I've always hated rage mode, and the ability to turn it off is really important to me. Because it just felt cheap, right? Like, you have all these movement settings, and it's like, okay, I want the zombies to walk during the day, but then it's like, okay, why can they sprint sometimes? you know? Which I have to admit, having the sandbox options be the focus of an update was a good call. I feel like the Fun Pimps, they kind of need that PR, you know what I mean? They need to do things like bringing back the ability to disable zombie digging, for example. Like, that's all great stuff. And if they bring back action skills, it'll be a full-fledged redemption arc, you know what I mean? Yeah, the rage mode is annoying, yeah. I mean, it seems like I still got it, more or less. I need to get those damage numbers out of the way. Yo, that guy's name was Yo. What? Yeah, I still got it. Okay. I mean, after 3,500 hours, you have to imagine it's like riding a bike, you know what I mean? We have Red Mesa right there, which is pretty crazy. Isn't Red Mesa like a tier 5? I'm gonna mark that, because that might be a good place to have our horde base, if I even want one. Like I said, we could go underground and just avoid it, right? Do like a cave base type thing. Bro, there's so many wilderness zombies here. Damn, those regular stabs, like the left clicks, are super weak, eh? I'm gonna turn down the music volume just a little. It does seem like it's overtuned. There we go. See that? One, like an entire trap just primes this guy for death. It's a hell of a lot better than swinging at him over and over again. Shit. Yeah, if you use one wooden spike trap, it's enough damage to completely, like, put these guys on death's door without fully killing them. And then you get the experience for the kill with, like, no effort, you know? I'm gonna eat that chili. Wait, no, I'm not. I need it to make the snow biome chili later. Alright, I'm gonna go to the trader. It's already fucking 1 p.m. Wow, dude, where's my knockdown? That's insane. All right, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me here. I gotta admit, the confetti thing is pretty fun. That's a lot of shit. I might use a spike trap to butter these guys up. There's so many zombies, dude. But when you set the zombie population to very high, it's actually kind of crazy. All right, we're gonna butter these guys up a little bit. Oh, fuck yeah, you see that? Isn't it amazing what you can do with just one spike trap? Wow. All right, let's make a new arrow. All right. We now have a place to chill. I can't craft enough cobblestone rocks yet, but we'll get more stone. Let's take the water. Grab the empty jar. I thought about turning off the trader compound protection.
Now that if you want some fancy good, I got some shit. Well, don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Go do the goddamn job.
All right. You would definitely have a lot more looting to do at various trader compounds if you disabled the trader compound protection. Because think about all those crates that you can then crack into, right? I'm gonna have to get that tree out of the way. All right. When you choose insane difficulty now, it actually reduces your block damage. So I decided to bring the block damage back up to 100%. Otherwise, on insane difficulty, your block damage is reduced to like 50%. And I didn't think that that would be like conducive to enjoyment, you know? I'm gonna drink one of these. These guys, when you turn on the damage numbers, that's when you actually see the influence of armor, right? Loot bag. Nice tech junkie book. I feel like I shouldn't even be fighting these guys, but I wanted to gather some stone. And there's boulders right here, so I'm trying to like secure the area. God, I hate how hard it is to hit these guys in the head, eh? The construction worker type of zombie. It's the way their arms, like, flail around. Yeah, I need to be able to make at least a little bit of cobblestone. Direwolf spawned on day 1 in the pine forest at night, eh, Flip? All right, let's head back to the trader. I'm now able to make some cobblestone. So if zombies can't dig, then theoretically, that means that I could have a hatch that goes down into a base, and if I want to, I can close that hatch to make it so the zombies can't go down, but I could leave the hatch open if I did want to get some kills. Okay, let's grab everything in here. Loot bag. I got a gold star shovel. Wow. A gold star stone shovel. That's insane. I gotta repair my fucking knife. I guess we're just gonna flame this guy. That's right, burn, bitch. All right. Oh, son of a bitch. Always another zombie. All right. That has a gold star for block damage and stamina cost, which is pretty insane. Let's get rid of the old one, take that one, grab some bones, repair the knife, deposit them. I may as well lock these in the inventory. Grab the clay. Make 40 cobblestone. Oh, that was weird. I feel like more zombies respawned in there instantly, right? That was very strange. We'll have to monitor that. If that's a thing, I very well can't play, right? But we'll see. Looks like this one had more health than your run-of-the-mill bowler. Anyway, let's go back there to the truck. I can barely harvest the resources in this truck. There's so many spawns. All right. All right. Oh yeah, we have way better block damage with the stone shovel. We're even doing a rounded 50 damage per swing. It's nice. Maybe the fact that I had very high biome spawns increased the amount of zombie spawns in POIs. I don't really know for sure, but I'm gonna have to drink that water that we have. The trader doesn't close at night. Not unless it's a blood moon, so I can pretty much visit the trader anytime when I want to like buy drinks and stuff. All right. So this is robotic weapons dealing more damage. Yeah, I don't really care about finishing that book series, so we're gonna sell that instead.
How did you get in here? Aren't we closed yet?
Pipe machine gun bundle.
You better take this job. Well, you're either brave or stupid. Nobody I don't like
I'll
it.
take that
I'm
clear
not
zombies job.
surprised.
Then we'll sell these.
Good cha-ching. Thanks, buddy.
Reload. I'll buy a yucca juice. Take that, Dan. Let's grab all the corn here. It's health and food. Three health per corn, that's not nothing. These zombies are about to become nightmare speed in a couple of hours, so. I'm gonna make a spike trap, and I'm gonna corral all of these zombies into a tight little group. And we'll use that spike trap to butter them up for execution. Jesus. Excuse me. Anyway, my standard double dip rules apply. I'm allowed to double dip everything that I can reach from outside the POI, but I'm not allowed to enter like 4 walls and a roof and double dip what's inside. So I can grab all this cement, I can loot anything outside, I can harvest resources outside, I can even grab loot that's inside as long as I can reach it from the outside, but that's it. I was kind of hoping that there might be an option to have like very high enemy spawns, but then you could disable wild respawns of zombies so that you could like secure an area, right? Oh, flip, I have 25% loot abundance. I'm gonna grab that torch up there. Jesus, dude. Look at all these fucking zombies just everywhere. I do not have Feral Sense active. I decided not to activate it just because we have the very high zombie pop. Alright, let's activate the job. I need to secure that garage and make like a fighting position out of it, if I'm gonna have a chance at surviving the night. Surviving the night and completing this job. I have enough hydration to get me through. Oh, come on. Well, that's not going to help my case when it's nighttime. All right. Did I check if Rect had any working workstations? No, I did not. I will check. That is a good idea. Because he might. As long as his workstations count as wild workstations. All right, it's now nightmare speed time. Gotta admit, though, this pathing is kind of making me sweat. If they're this stupid, they can actually catch me off guard. Really, dude? Oh, reels? Let's go, pal. Come on. All right. I'm gonna make another hatch. Put that torch down. We need light in here. Hmm. He's coming in. All right. That trap will mostly take care of him, and then I do the rest myself. Okay. Huh. We could sell that cash, yeah. It's enough cash. We'll sell it instead of scrapping it to paper. Hmm. Desk, safe, second floor. We've marked it for later. All right, time to move on. Let's put a hatch here at the front door. Medical journal. All right. Coffee. Chrysanthemum. We got an empty jar. Bone. I'm not gonna bother opening that door. It'll just be one less barrier between me and whatever zombies are wandering outside. I am eventually gonna want Miner 69er, right? Yeah. let's just get strength level 2 and then minor 69 or 2. I am starving to death. I need to find something to eat. Didn't they make starvation worse? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, we're losing health. Faux show losing health. I have a bandage to counteract some of the health loss, but... Question is, do we have zombies coming in from outside? And it actually looks like the amount of max stamina that you lose increases as you continue to starve, which is kind of crazy. Okay. Technically, the job is done. I need to find some fucking food. Sinonicon, Aaron, Pagan, hello guys. You're on call, eh? Yeah, I'm playing it again. It's good so far. So far. I still want to have action skills back, though. I feel like I'm gonna play a lot more 7 Days to Die once we have those action skills back. Hopefully they do that soon. All right, we need to get out of here and try to get some fucking food. I have almost no stamina. Oh my god. Okay. Holy shit! Dude, I can't even... Yeah, starvation. I'm dying to starvation because I can't sprint. Holy fuck. Alright. Wish me luck. I think I'm dead. All right, rip. We died. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Well, there we go. Right on. If I could change anything about the difficulty between attempts, what would it be? The enemy density is kind of insane. I sort of like it. Like, I do kind of enjoy it. It's just, it gives you a lot to deal with in the early game, which I think can be good. I'm gonna remove the entity damage. Entity health bars. I suppose I'll keep the health bars, but I will remove the entity damage. No zombie rage. No zombie digging. Oh, daylight length has to be 16, not 18. What did we change? Just the daylight length? Nothing else? I might even reduce the apiary time to 25%. However, 150% of the time would be longer. All right, well, let me update the description. The snake was bait. Yeah, it drew in everything. Okay, so I found the apiary was way too slow in one of my previous playthroughs, so if we want to actually use it for food recipes, I'll set the apiary time to like 25%. And then we also changed daylight length to 16. Yeah, daylight length is 16 hours, so nights end at 6 in the morning instead of 4. We'll leave Feral Sense off. I like having high enemy density, but Feral Sense disabled. Right? AI smell mode. They're gonna have nightmare speed whenever I stink like something. Which could honestly get me killed. I don't even know if I like the smell feature. I find the smell feature is kind of iffy to me. Because, like, if I eat a can of chili, I don't want, like, oh my god, this guy ate a can of chili, get him, you know? Like, it just feels weird. I understand meat smelling, but I don't really understand the concept of, like, a canned food leaving a residual smell on you after you eat it. So I might actually turn off the smell mode thing. But what if they smell animal carcasses? I'm not really sure. For now, I guess let's just like let's turn off smell mode. Yeah, we'll turn off smell mode. Chances are that when the zombies detect a wild animal, it's different from AI smell mode. So there's no rage mode, the zombies walk. Entity health bars are on, entity damage is off. I will leave the celebrate kills thing to headshots, I think. Although I notice right now the zombie corpses disappear when you get the celebration. So that might actually stop me from being able to recover my arrows. So just for thought of that, I'm gonna turn it off. So the confetti thing is off now. apiary time is 25%. We have that. Daylight length is already changed. AI smell mode is off. That's in the entities section. There is no zombie rage mode. Smell mode is disabled. Zombie health bars are visible, and zombies cannot dig. I think that'll do for our tweaks and alterations. Oh, and I'm gonna turn off the trader protection, I think. I'm not sure, like, I don't want the trader to fucking die because the zombies just sort of beat on the wall until they reach them, right? Maybe we'll leave the traders the way that they are. All right. I'm gonna have to schedule the next stream kind of... I have to do it the regular way. I can't copy and paste the settings yet because until I end this stream, it doesn't count as a stream from which I can copy the settings. But it should be pretty, you know, fairly quick to just copy and paste this shit. All right. All right, everything's pretty much set up. You don't think the trader can die? When I was looking at the trader, he had a health bar of 10,000. Like, they might have a limited amount of health. But we can consider trying to turn off the trader protection. So it's not claimable, but I have the damage protection off for the trader. Honestly, if you change these, like, if you were to make it so that you can collect, you know, workstations found in the wild being functional, you might be able to pick those up. So theoretically, if you made it so that the trader compound was claimable, you could put a land claim down, and theoretically, I don't know if you can pick up any workstations that you yourself did not craft or place. There might be like a built-in protection for that. Either way, I'm making it so the trader protection is disabled. But not claimable. Trader compound's protection is disabled, but not claimable. All right. So we have the redirect ready. I can pretty much port you guys directly over. Next time it'll be easier because I'll be able to copy and paste the settings from one stream to the other. Anyway, it's done. Yeah, we have all of our new settings. So I'm just gonna transfer you guys over and we'll start a new playthrough, all right? Ugh. You can't pick up working workstations, but have you tried putting a land claim block next to them? Because usually whether or not you can pick up a workstation depends on whether or not there's a land claim in the vicinity of it. All right, I accidentally opened DaVinci. I gotta close it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next stream. Give me like a minute.